All right, we are once again live. Welcome everybody to another day of pro gun, pro freedom shitty chat. We are still suspended from YouTube because I kept accidentally trying to set up my chat for my regular channel, and it kept telling me there was an error and that I was blocked from doing videos. And I panicked because I got an email yesterday from YouTube saying that I was receiving a warning and that my live chat was being placed on restricted, so age restriction, so kids couldn't see it. I don't know what we said yesterday that was bad. I can't remember anything we talked about that was not appropriate yesterday. I mean, it was like immediately after the chat too. So, and they sent it to the Yankee Marshal, which I don't understand why it went to the Yankee Marshal, because that's not who that channel's registered under, or this channel's registered under. But where is that? Let me see. The sender contains YouTube. Yeah, it says the Yankee Marshal. And one more. Who's the one more? Let's see. Can I open it up? It just says to the Yankee Marshal. But yeah, it went to my Yankee Marshal at gmail.com. This account isn't registered under the Yankee Marshal at gmail.com. Says, be advised you've received a community guidelines warning, blah, 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 blah. It looks like Yankee is banned from YouTube podcast, may not be appropriate for younger audiences under community guidelines. Therefore, from this point forward, your chats will be age restriction. We will place an age restriction on your chats. I think they're just trying to get rid of my way to do live chats. Sounds like. So I don't remember anything we talked about yesterday that would be inappropriate. Does anybody remember anything yesterday that was inappropriate? Yeah, you know what it is. But thanks everybody. Wait, why was I starting to close? But welcome everybody to another day of our banned YouTube chat. Get your questions in now. If you got questions, get them in. Put them in the live chat. Let me put that on live chat. Put them in the live chat. Make sure you put at the Yankee Gearhead in front of them so I'll see them. Send me emails if you got pictures to share. shootingleftofcenter@gmail.com. Let me turn that banner off. Why is that banner off? I don't need that. Or if you want to support the channel, do a super chat. There's a link over there. Super chats and giveaway links takes you to my website. Once you get over to my website, you can either do a super chat. Super chat right now not only gets you entries into the ammo can, which we're giving another one away tomorrow. We're running out of them. So get entries into that. But also now gets you entries into the knife drawing, the holster drawing, if you choose a holster instead. The grip drawing. It doesn't do the grip drawing. You got to get the grip drawing separate and the hollow sun drawing separate. But it gets you into the knife drawing, the daily patch drawing, the ammo can drawing, stuff like that. So you get it all through YouTube now. It's not separated you get it all through PayPal now. It's not separated. So get yourself entries. Also, remember the sergeant patches came in. So if you do a sergeant patch, they'll be coming. And I've ordered the captain's patches. But get your super chats in, your live chats in, your emails in. We'll get started as soon as possible. I don't on this one. On my other channel, I list everything as not for children. This one, I don't know about it because it's not. I don't even think that option is there because this channel is not monetized. So I don't know how that works. But on my other one, it asks you because you're monetized. Well, not really anymore, but back when I was, I said that my default is that there is swearing. and that it's not appropriate for children, which doesn't help my popularity because most of the gun channels, their audience is between 14 and 21. I don't get that audience because I restrict my videos. I don't get them 12 and 14-year-olds that are so big into guns, and so, you know, the ex-Marines that are 14 years old, the ex-Navy SEALs that are 14 years old. I don't get a lot of those. But get your questions and comments in. We ain't got anything going on so far. We'll see. Hopefully soon something will come in. But get your questions and comments in. Why is that doing that? That's not how that's supposed to load up. We'll get started as soon as possible. Feel free to get your questions and comments in. I'm not feeling real good right now. I ate before I got on the treadmill. Shouldn't have done that. I'm feeling a little nauseous. I feel a little nauseous. Macro Jana got an entry into the ammo can drawing. So we do Jason Thompson. They already had one, so you got one more. Nice get. Well, I actually have three now. That's all the meaning. It was gross. I can't believe Nominal Snowman's got the nerve to show his face in here. He's on my shit list. I never could find my bolt cutters. I had to use my my rotary cutter, my, what do you call it thing? Can't think of the name right now. I took pictures and stuff. And cut my finger, opening the goddamn box that he closed up with duct tape. And then after going into the trouble of opening it up, I was pissed. Car toy sale ends soon. And that is, don't report spam, just delete. Yeah, cut my thumb good. It's his fault. We get your questions and comments in. We'll get started as soon as possible. Get started as soon as possible. Now, tomorrow is the ammo can giveaway. So if anybody wants to get interest into that, do it. Is Sean Bain already on here? A couple of la-las. I don't think we got any orders today for merchandise. No. And there's been one person bugging me day after day for different versions of this and different versions of that. And the discount code ain't working on this. And he ain't fucking ordered them yet. If he don't fucking order them soon, I'm going to get pissed. In fact, I'm not going to do no more special for him until he orders something. Of course, he might have ordered it. No, I don't think so, because I would have noticed the product. I might not know the name, but I would notice the product. We got an order yesterday, but we didn't get nothing today. And I read that yesterday. So we're all caught up. Do, 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 do. Get your questions and your comments in. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Is that a replacement part or is that a... It's different. That is different. Do, 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 do. Do, 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 do. Get your questions and your comments in. Live chat, email if you got pictures. Get your entries into the drawings. We did a nice drawing, I think, yesterday. We don't have one imminent right now. But if you want to get one, make sure you do enough chats. I don't think we'll get enough chats not to do a live chat. But we'll see. So if we got enough to do a knife drawing, we'd also have enough to do the drawing for the coin. And that would be unusual. I like the way they did this one. They did with the black around the outer edge. And this one they did the green with a black outline around it. It's just, that was different. But they're both nice, but I think I like the new ones. And like I said, I'll be sending those out this week to the people who, how many people are over there on that? Let's see how many people do I got to send that to. Bam, 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 bam. How do I see who's in what tier? What's the, those are all free. Oh, free members. Okay, here, active. Current tier. All right, K9 leaders, K9 unit leaders. Let's see, how many are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Well, not all of these are still active, but that actually are I'm looking at the qualified for the actual patch. There's 7 that are qualified for the patch. So I'll be sending those out to you if you're one of those people. Boom, bum, 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 bum. Not getting my biometric information. Why is that not searching? Go search. Well, I'm not sure how to spell Rodriguez. Rodriguez. Well, unless you're under a different name, Juicy, no. Well, there's no Juicy Rodriguez that's a member or has been a member of that tier on Patreon. Daniel Man, let me see what it says you are. Nope, it shows you as $20 a month. I've got you listed as $20 a month. But it does, yeah, you're right. You didn't up your tier, you just changed your amount. I can change that, I think. I'll write that down on my list over here and try to change tonight. If I can't, you might have to go in, cancel it, and re-sign up. But I will try. Refund, block user. Yeah, because you should be on, you should be a deputy. Deputy. I'll make sure to send you the patch, the deputy patch. Oh, it's that weird name again. That Felix Suck something. I got to write that down. Felix. I'm just going to write Felix sucks. I can't spell that name. Get your questions and your comments in. Oh, it's time to start. We'll go ahead and start. We don't got a lot of questions, so we probably won't be here long, but we'll see. We started off yesterday. I didn't think we'd be here long. We ended up being here 50 minutes. So we'll see if people pull up with some questions. Let me see. I never did get over here and get signed in, did I? Well, yeah, I did. Yes, okay. Oh, yeah, we are not doing well today. Questions. No emails that I can see. All right, we'll go ahead and get started, and we'll go for as long as we can go. Let me pour my soda. I'll try to stay long enough to drink it, or drink at least some of it. I don't like when I pour it and then I don't drink it because I'm not here long enough or something. Or sometimes I just forget to drink it. I'm like, well, that was a waste. And as much as soda costs these days, it's like pouring a can of nickels down the sink. Let's see here. All right, let's get started. Oh, remember, we also got the Hollow Sun drawing going right now. We got a little bit closer. We only got about $150 more to earn on the Hollow Sun, and we'll be getting that given away. So if you want entries into that, either go over and buy merchandise. You get 10% off right now using the code YANKEESBIG10. And all the information is there on my website, tympistolproject.com, on how to buy entries or how to buy merch and get entered. And there's also places there you can donate directly to Pets and Vets program and get entries also. But hopefully soon we'll be cutting that off and giving it away. All right, let's get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to our day 9 banned from YouTube live chat / podcast, even though it's not a podcast because I don't post it anywhere. Day 9 of our suspension, only 81 more days to go. I was hoping that after a week, maybe we would go off because maybe they would approve my appeal and I'd get back on the air after 1 week. But nope, we're on day 9 now, so they haven't approved my appeal yet. So hopefully, fingers crossed. But as of right now, we're still here in band area. Hopefully that'll change sometime, but I don't think it's going to change anytime real soon. And like I say, if we go the full 90 days suspension, my channel will be dead. I'm losing all my subscribers over there. And let's see, how many did I lose today? That's a bad thing because I'm losing active subscribers that actually watched because they're the ones that notice we're gone. Let me see, how many did we lose today? Yesterday was bloodbath. Yesterday was like 203 people. Let's see. Today, hey, we only lost 42 people today. That's pretty good. Only lost 42 people. How much money did we make over there? Let's see. I'm not supposed to tell y'all, but I'll tell y'all. We made 83 cents yesterday. Woo, 83 cents. Must not have been a lot of people watching. Well, I'm not getting any YouTube Red money because I'm not getting any views. How many views have we got? 24. Oh, only 7,000 views a day. So that ain't good. That ain't good. Usually get about 25, get 7 now. Got the burpees. Well, I ain't giving Dolly Parton any money. She had plenty of money, I think. Pretty sure she had plenty of money. Don't think that's one thing she was short on. All right, let's get started. Oh, I already started, didn't I? Didn't I already start? I did. So we're already started. So let me start answering questions. We don't have any orders to read. Nobody's ordered any merchandise. If you want to buy merchandise, go get you some merchandise and get 10% off and also help the Pets and Vets program when it really needs it. And if you're one of the people that's been bothering me to make new designs and change colors and all this other stuff and get the discount codes working, better fucking order something. I'm going to fucking hunt you down. Shit on your porch. That's a lot of work. I do it, and I shouldn't. I shouldn't. A lot of people don't believe I do. That they're like, "Why do you do the special stuff for one sale? You're gonna make like $5." I'm like, yeah, but people want stuff. So, what else have I got to do? It's not like I'm busy. Let's see here. I am busy. I've always got something to do, but I ain't that busy. Let's get over to the questions, start answering them, see if anything's coming in. Christian Carlson says for Dolly, like a little commemorative to Dolly. Felix Suck and Go. I don't know how you say that name. What causes me to pull semi-auto off point of aim when actuating trigger with index finger versus perfect aim when using middle finger? I don't know. I don't watch you shoot. But if that's the case, I'd be willing to guess when you're pulling with your index finger, you're either twisting your hand or you're not reaching the trigger properly. Maybe your index finger is, or your middle finger is. But without watching you pull the trigger, there's no way I can tell you why you're doing that. I don't usually shoot with my middle finger, so I don't really know like what is the main difference between shooting with your middle finger and your index finger. I would be betting it's something to do with reach and how much you're twisting your hand. And I don't know how you're pulling off center. Are you pulling high? Are you pulling left? Are you pulling right? Or are you pulling low? So not enough information there for me to, I couldn't really answer the question anyway without watching you do it with both fingers and see what you're doing. But, you know, if I knew how you were pulling, I'd have a better chance of answering. Better chance. Andrew Avila says, how is the suspension going to affect toy guns for tots? I really don't think we'll be here for toy guns for tots. That's probably how it will affect it. We probably won't be around for toy guns for tots. I hope we will be, but if we go the full 90 days, I think the channel, I think they'll find another reason to give me a strike too. If I can't get one of the strikes off, I'd guarantee you within the next 90 days, I'm going to get another strike and I'm going to be gone. And there won't be any way we can do toy guns for tots. I haven't even been thinking about that right now because, you know, I got other things to worry about. But yeah, I wouldn't. If we don't get this one strike removed, I wouldn't bet on us being here for toy guns for tots. They've got, you know, claws out. And I think one of the reasons they really got it out for me is I've pissed people off at YouTube because I called them, I threatened to sue them. Remember, I threatened to sue them a long time ago. I sent them an intent letter saying I was going to seek legal ramification for them stealing ever since then, you know, found out you can't sue them because they own the politicians and all you're doing is pissing them off so that they'll target you. So that wasn't good. But yeah, so I should not have done that looking back now, but I didn't. I realized we lived in a corpocracy, or what do you call it, an oligarchy, or any of those things, to where we couldn't sue those people because they're above the law. But apparently they're above the law. Johnny Mandrick says, what do you think is the best or most important upgrade to a carry handgun? Well, first off, I don't think you should have to upgrade a carry gun. If it has to be upgraded to be carried, it's probably better options. But it depends on the gun. There's some guns like a Glock, it needs new sights and preferably, you know, maybe a better trigger, but you're not really going to get much better. So sights would be my main priority there. If you get a gun that has good sights, well, maybe grip might be more important on it. Maybe the grip is too small for you. You need thicker, or it's too thick. You need thinner. Because it really depends, because you got to have it to where you can have a proper grip on it. Maybe it's a gun that's got a trigger that's too heavy or too light, and you got to change the trigger to make that better for self-defense. So it really depends on the gun. There's no number one option on a gun that has to be changed. I mean, most guns should be good out of the box for most uses, but some don't come with, like Glocks don't come with decent sights, but the sights that are on it are usable. So, I mean, you don't have to upgrade them, but it's probably one of the things that most needs upgraded on it. Most guns have decent triggers, so you don't have to upgrade that unless you're looking to be some sort of target, guru. But yeah, so really, I don't think there's any necessary upgrades, and what upgrades are most beneficial will really depend on the gun and the shooter. I know that's kind of a cop-out question, but so we'll just say sights. We can't really answer the question, but we'll just so people don't say that I was wishy-washy. Jason Thompson said, that's Officer Tater Hater, I sent lots of emails I saw, including 2 videos from Izzo I saw. I didn't even know there was a such thing as TikTok. Just calling out the TikTok cops. He actually said he will do a live stream with Rick from Good Luck America. Good for him. I'd like to do live streams with anybody. Nobody wants to come on my live streams. Trying to put that together may take a little while. Also sent the meme. I saw the meme. It was gross. And it was making fun of my profession. Sean Bain, I think this might be our last question. It is. Sean Bain said, your order is ready to ship. I don't have any orders with anybody. Oh, your password is biting me. I'm not. 45 ACP, 240 hollow points, or 187 grain plus P for cold weather. Well, first, if your concern is cold weather means you're worried about penetration, then 45 wouldn't be my first choice. I'd go to 40 or 10 millimeter. And bullet configuration is going to mean a lot more than anything else. I don't know which hollow points you're talking about. And with the plus P, you didn't say whether it's hollow point or solid copper or anything. So I'm going to assume it's, maybe a solid copper round. And then I'd go with that in cold weather. It's going to have more penetration, and that's apparently what you're worried about. That's it for the questions. Let me get over here. Let me make sure I'm caught up with everything there. I am. Andrew Avila was the last one. Let's see if we got anything coming in live chance. I got a chance to take my new 2.5-inch matte blued Colt Python to the range today. It had more recoil than I anticipated, but it fired beautifully. A holster for it is on the way. Yeah. I've got holsters for mine too. I like it. Although I've been carrying my little Cobra, but before that I was carrying the Grizzly. Because, just to carry it. The 3-inch Grizzly. And I still love my 2.5 inches. They're not showy. They don't make me feel inadequate. Where am I? Oh, just kicked me to the bottom. Be rolled back up. Every time it kicks me at the bottom, I lose stuff at the top. Was any of the stuff I sent you damaged? I made extra sure to pack it well to prevent any damage and stuff. No, I don't think anything was damaged, but it was gross. There were old pants in there. He packed it with old pants. Had to use tongs. And I bled all over some of them. And the box. And his note. His ransom note. Or not ransom note. It was more extortion. He's trying to extort me. Can you show or list the knives holster options? If we run out of questions, I'll show the knives and the holsters, or at least a lot of them. I know someone who got an age restriction for saying swear words 3 times in a row, some kind of automated filter. What swear words did we even say yesterday? Sometimes I swear and don't realize it, but I don't think we were really swearing much yesterday. Thoughts on CIA director going to Latvia and also Moscow for meetings seems to really be stirring up a lot in the intelligence world. It doesn't seem like it's real appropriate to me. It seems like we're going over and cozying up and making special arrangements with people that are supposed to be on the other side of the fence from us. Oh, we went over to warn them to not attack NATO. No, that ain't what you went over there for. You wouldn't go over there to say that. You'd go to one of the NATO countries and do a speech with them from there. You wouldn't go to Moscow and talk in private and then deny you had any meetings with him until people found out. Did you see the flood in China? It swamped that place. I saw some of the footage. It's horrible. A lot of people did. They're saying 165 people dead, but then there's like 2,000 people missing. So I'm like, there's way more than 150 people dead. There was one scene where you could see at least 75, 80 people die right there. And then there was another where a building collapsed, was probably another 50 people right there. So you saw that many people die just in the videos. So I can't see where they're saying only 150 something people did. What is going on with the SCOTUS ruling on mail-in ballots? I don't know. I haven't been paying attention to it. I haven't been paying attention at all. So I know that first ruling was just like a preliminary ruling that didn't really say that the stuff could go into effect, but they lifted a, blah, blah, blah. And there was supposed to be another ruling coming, and I haven't kept up with it. And I'm not real sure what they're even asking on the mail-in ballots, because there was one I saw that they were wanting to be able to, every ballot had to be cross-referenced with this list with the Department of Homeland Security. The Department of Homeland Security doesn't have a list of voters, so I'm not sure how that can be done. But if it's just like inside your state, you can't send ballots to someone that's not, updated and blah, 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 that's different. So I'd have to see exactly what's going on, and I don't know. Let's see, where are we at? From the group chat, Nielsen devices or boosters work great on big pistol silencers. What? Beretta silence good, but you do get sandblasted in the face with powder, but all pistols do. I don't really shoot with suppressors much. So. A red dot on a silenced pistol really helps keep the crap out of your eyes. A silenced pistol sucks for HD though. Unreliable usually. Well, we talked about all that in the chat there, Dave. Did you not pay attention when we talked about that during the chat? You're just bringing up stuff we talked about in the chat. Unreliable usually makes your eyes water, easy to knock out a battery. Yeah, we talked about all that in the chat there. Am I getting a patch? Well, unless you're under a different name, no. Yankee, I keep seeing now a 4-door Camaro, so let's see who came first, the Stang or the Camaro. It's all right now, the Camaro especially, it's all AI. If you look, it'll tell you who rendered the picture. So right now, I don't know. I pay $20 a month on Patreon, but it's somehow listed as $10 posse member. I think I upped my donation for a giveaway at some point, and the tier just didn't change. Yeah, I think you just went in and upped your donation amount. You didn't change your tier. I'm going to try to change that. I'll see if I can. I'll make sure you get the patch. I'll add you to the list manually. Have you watched the Fallout TV show? I know your youngins got you to watch that abortion of a TV show adaptation, Halo. They got me to watch the first season. We started to watch the second season of Halo, and I got into like 2 episodes into it. When this got way worse, so didn't watch any more past that. And as far as Fallout, yes, I watched all that. I liked that. I'm a Walter Scoggins fan or whatever his name is. So I watched all that, enjoyed all that. It got a little weird at the end and some bad decisions, but it was, it was still pretty good. Where am I at? I think I got kicked to the bottom again. Let me see if I can get back up. Phillips screws should be illegal. Strip 2 on my YZ250 carb. Was going to switch the needle and took them out one too many times with a fancy hammer drive thing. Why were you using a hammer drive on a Phillips head screw? You don't need a hammer drive on a Phillips head screw. That's just destroying it. It's not needed. Those are for like lug nuts and high pressure torque items, not for Phillips head screws. Wrong tool for the wrong job. I am trying so hard not to get a VZ61 in 32. Please talk me into it so hard. Go get it. If you can afford it, get it. As long as you're still going to be able to pay your rent, what's the matter? Go get it. As long as you can still eat and pay your bills, and you don't got to eat fancy. I used to live on ramen noodles, bologna sandwiches, and moon pies. So what I would go every month and buy when I got paid, I'd go every month and get a roll of bologna, bread, and I'd buy bread as the weeks go on because I don't like bread. First, I'd try to buy more and freeze it, but I don't like the texture bread gets after you freeze it, defrost it. So I would buy a big a big roll of bologna. It would last me most of the month. And I'd get a case of moon pies and a case of ramen noodles. And that's pretty much what I ate every day. Fried bologna sandwiches, ramen noodles, and moon pies. I mean, what else do you need of it? So if you can still afford those and can afford to pay for housing, well, then go get the gun. It's not being a pussy about it. Get your questions, comments in. Get your entries into the ammo can drawing if you want to be entered in tomorrow's ammo can drawing. Let's see here. I made some egg salad. Oh, sent you an email about knife and patch winners. I haven't received either. Just checking. Oh, if you won more than a week ago, then it's already been sent. So you should have got it by now. Let me see. Did I send yours? Let me see. When did he win? Oh no, I think you just won recently. Didn't you just win recently? Let's see. No, I sent yours. Good Spring, Tennessee. Yeah, it's been sent. I'll check the tracking on it. Where is my tray? It's in the house. I'll try to remember to bring it out tomorrow. But yeah, it's been sent. I made some egg salad yesterday with Miracle Whip. Nope, that's not egg salad. I like me some regular mayo, Beta. Better you team mayo or team whip. Well, that's like saying, do you like carrots or bananas? They're not even close to being the same thing. One's mayonnaise and one's Miracle Whip. One's a salad dressing and one's mayonnaise. So I refuse to answer that question because it's stupid. Because Miracle Whip does not deserve to exist. Period. It is gross. And you did not make egg salad if you made it with Miracle Whip. I want a new gun. I also need some money too. Well, get the money first and then get the gun. if this program goes under, I will lose my will to go on. I think you'll survive. Most people seem to survive okay. Most people aren't willing to help at all, so they must be doing all right. Ryan Sal Savage said, "Hey Yankee, I got the patches you sent me. I should be on Patreon and on Subscribestar too." Okay, good. Did you get your patches for your Patreon subscription, or are you saying you didn't or something? I'm not sure which patches I sent you. I remember sending them, but I don't remember which ones I sent you. Let's see. Did I see over here? No, I don't. I don't remember which ones I sent you. But glad you got it. What I sent. I don't remember exactly what I sent, but. We're soon to lose all our freedoms in the next few years with AI surveillance and weaponized drones anyways. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much. Even I saw a thing where that head of Plantier or whatever, the flock camera guy and stuff, he's like, Americans have to be willing to sacrifice a little privacy for safety. No. In fact, there's a lot of sayings about stuff like that. I did not like that at all. To say something like that out loud just shows you have no understanding of what this country is supposed to be about and what our freedoms are supposed to be about and how things actually work. That's the kind of thing you say to stupid people to make them okay with having all their freedoms removed. It's making you safer. I want to herd. Everybody needs a 38 Super. I don't know what you wants to herd, but you're not going to herd it here. Like it or not, you will eventually have to jump to Instagram Live or Rumble. I can't go to Rumble, or just retire the channel completely. It's probably just I'm not going to go to like Instagram Live or anything like that. I don't got any following over there. Once it's done, it's done. This is become a burden of love anyway, because I do it because I love to be able to help out with the animal charities and stuff like that. And I like to be able to give stuff to people, and like to educate people. But if it becomes to where can't educate people anymore, don't have an audience I can actually put out information to, can't help out animal charities or anything like that, well, then I'll just retire the channel because there's just no point in it. Because we can't do things like toy guns for tots and stuff like that. Why am I doing this every day? Especially when I'm doing videos too some day on regular days, and it's just, why am I putting in 5-6 hours a day on this for nothing if we're not going to be able to help? And I can't go to Rumble because Rumble kicked me off their channel and now doesn't let me sign back up. I go over one day, my channel was just deleted, and I tried to sign back up and it tells me you already have a channel. And I'm like, no, it says my channel's deleted. And it's like, well, your email's in use. And I'm like, well, if my email's in use, it's because you deleted my channel but didn't delete the stuff behind it. And they're like, well, someone signed up with your email. I'm like, well, if someone signed up recently with my email, then it's someone that's not me. So, and they're like, well, oh, well, so they were very clearly didn't want me there. Some data centers use enough electricity to power 200,000 homes on a summer day. That definitely drives up energy costs. People have a right to be concerned. Well, it's not even just that. It's pollution and what they're going to be doing with those data centers. And my mom's real mad right now because they've been trying to buy her property out there. We have acreage in when I went to McClintock Game Reserve, and she doesn't want to sell it because their houses are on it. They bought some property not too far away, and the way they sold it is they said, oh, we've got this coming in. We've got this big infrastructure deal that's coming in that they're paying for that's going to produce the water they need. They're building a power plant and a solar plant that's going to produce the power they need. It won't affect local consumption. So let's push it through and get this data center here. So they did. They pushed it through on those conditions, got the data center approved, broke ground on the data center, and then they went, oh, all those deals for the power plant, the water production, all that other stuff, those fell through. So now they're going to have to rely on the regular systems. And I'm like, it was like that from the beginning. My mom's like, there was never any plan in place to build a power. It was just the governor lying because he was getting a big kickback from the company building the data center. And they are not above lying to us. If you think that, you're insane. But feel free to get your questions and comments in. We're running low. Also, feel free to get your entries into your drawings and your giveaways. And we'll be doing another can of ammo later. Go buy some merchandise because Pets and Vets is struggling. And it's not just Pets and Vets that's going to end up dying if we spend the whole 90 days on. It's going to be everything. Which, thanks for pointing that out today. It makes me even more upset than usual. Where was I? Rick Beto has some success with his lawyer and copyright strikes. He's a music producer who plays samples of music on his channel. Don't know if reaching out would benefit you any. Well, I mean, you can always prove you own copyright, but they won't even tell you what's going on, what's happening, what you do that supposedly violates the law. And you can't sue them for stealing your money or anything like that. If he's had any success, it's just because they've went settled and said, okay, yeah, it's your music. There's no copyright against it. You just beat someone else's claim. That's not the same thing as them trying to get rid of your channel. In parts of the U.S., data centers are being built, and when local leaders are questions about them, they say, we signed an NDA, so we can't talk about it. Yeah, they signed an NDA in exchange for $100,000 or something. Buc-ee's is requiring all their employees to cover up their tattoos. That's a dick move. I don't care. I just think an employer should have every right to say, I'm not hiring people that have tattoos. I told people I wouldn't hire them if they had face tattoos or neck tattoos that I could see while they're wearing a shirt. If they came into my bar all the time, I didn't lie to them. I told them honestly. I was like, thanks for coming in and interviewing, and I wish you the best. But, if you get a job offer, take it, because you're probably not going to get one here because you got tattoos on your face and your neck. And I don't hire people with tattoos on their face or neck. Not because, they did something bad in the past and now they don't deserve, a second chance. No, it's just, it shows really poor judgment. And it throws off a lot of your customer base. So just a business decision. I sent several emails, just check over them. I did receive staccato grip and mags, just not the knife and patch. The patch was in with the staccato mag, with the staccato grip and mag. All that was in one thing. So if you got those, you should have got everything. So, because I'm pretty sure I only sent you one package. Because that's when I realized, hey, he won both those. So I put them all in the same package. Now the patch might have come as a separate letter, but I know the mags and the grip and the knife were all in the same package. Let's see, where am I at? Where was I? Interesting take on the CIA meeting. Mainstream and non-mainstream are saying different things than that. Ratcliffe is super pro-Ukraine and anti-Russia, apparently. Doesn't matter what he is. It matters what the administration is. He does what he's told. Will you still be calling Lake Ontario, or Trumpy's new name, Lake America? No, it's not Lake America. It's Lake Ontario. And all that does for Trump is just, does he not know that just makes him look petty, narcissistic, and a little dumb when he does stuff like that? Because first off, Lake Ontario has been Lake Ontario before there was a Canada or the United States. It's an indigenous word, and it's ridiculous that he just tries to rename stuff. He's just, I mean, the man's borderline retarded at this point. I think he's brain dead. And he's angry and petty, and he's at that stage of dementia where they become basically children, and it ain't doing good for us. Let's see here. I think that's got us all done on the questions. Where are we? We're not done over here yet. We still got a couple questions over here. Hammer drive to try to get it out. They get chewed up. No, you don't use a hammer drive to remove a Phillips head screw. It's just going to fucking destroy it. Especially since most of these screws are pretty soft. It's just overkill. It's overkill. Soak it with some penetrating oil and then unscrew the bitch. Hammer drive is not appropriate for that. Walter Goggins is actually named welding goggles. I don't think so. Some of us are beyond being educated. That's true. So you're going to turn into Don Meredith. I don't know what that means. Real question here, Yankee. When are you going to have a good and stable internet? Well, whenever they get fiber optic up here. But it hasn't dropped today, so shut up. You're jinxing us. I haven't lost it today. I don't think we lost it any last night either. Mondays are the worst because I get a lot of traffic on Mondays at rush time, and Fridays are bad. I will check now again. Yeah, you should check again because there was more in there than just the mag and the names of all these places will go back to what they were before when Trump leaves office. It's not even worth it to rename them. Well, no one does. I mean, like atlases aren't printing up new maps with Lake America or Gulf of America or anything. With how polluted those lakes are becoming, maybe lake toxic sludge. I didn't know they were getting that polluted. I know some of them are pretty bad. Like, I think, is it Erie that's the nasty one? Or is it Superior? I think is pretty clean, but it's cold. Might be more appropriate in a couple decades. Probably in a couple decades, yes. Are you a charcuterie board kind of person? No. I don't. I'm not. Although I do have a charcuterie board right here. Yeah, I have one right here that's got silver bullets in it. So I actually have a big old charcuterie board right here that was made for me by the people over at Sporting System. Oh my God, it weighs like 50 pounds. It's heavy. I can sit here and work out with this. Pretty though. I don't do no charcuterie on it or anything. I don't know what you can call that, but it's pretty. Don Meredith, turn out the lights. The party's over. Well, that's obscure. And going to show pictures of my package. Not today. No. I put one on Instagram. Did you not see? No patch or knife. Open the package again. The grip was in. What? Open the package again. The grip was in. I don't know what that means. The section of Lake Michigan that borders Chicago is extremely dirty. Which one is it that people swim in a lot? I don't know. I can't keep the Great Lakes separate. Well, neither can they. They're all connected. So is it just really Great Lakes or is it one Great Lake? Because they're all connected. There's none of them that are separate from each other. I don't think. I think they drain into each other. Well, we get Niagara Falls. So, but I'm not an expert on the lakes. Like which one's which even. I don't even know the names of most of them. So, I mean, I know the name, but I don't know which one's which. And like which one's east and which one's west and which one's north. And well, I think it's Superior is north. But which one is it that drains into the ocean? I don't. But get your questions and comments in. Going over to tympistolproject.com. Get yourself entries into the giveaways if you want. I will be giving away another can of ammo tomorrow. I opened the package. It was setting in safe still. No patch or knife. Maybe you sent another. I don't think so, but I'll check tomorrow. I'll go get the. I got the tracking info, so I can go check tomorrow. Or I'll check when we'll get. Where is you? I'll look tomorrow. I'll try to bring it out here tomorrow, and we'll see. They could sell models. This is Lucas Imes. They could sell models to run on local infrastructure and sell support services and updates, as well as custom model training, but then they couldn't scrape every iota of data from everywhere. I don't understand what he just said. I don't know what he's talking about. Whatever that was is over my head. It is over my head. Oops. But that's what he said. He said they could sell models to run on local infrastructure and sell support services and updates, as well as custom model training, but then they couldn't scrape every iota of data from it. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't get it. Everybody wait for 1 minute. I want to see if any more questions come in because we're pretty much done. But I'm going to run in and see if I can find the tracking. If I can find it right away, I'll be right back out. I'll be right back out of the way. If I can find it right away, I'll bring it back. All right, I found it. It was right where I thought it was. So let me see. Let me find his address. Uh, Good Spring, Tennessee. Oh, I think I might have written that address twice, so I might have sent 2 packages. Let's see here. Because I remember writing Good Spring. Right there it is, right on top. Good Spring, Tennessee. Kingston, PA. North Carolina, Kentucky, PA. Good Spring, Tennessee. Estimated delivery. Well, that was just a patch. The knife was in the package with the actual other stuff. So the patch was set separately in a letter. So you should have gotten that. There's no tracking number on that. It was just a letter. But yeah, the first package was 1390 ounces, and you got that one. But that should have had the knife in it too, because that was actually a package. I remember I even had if you'll notice, it was taped back shut because I had to open it back up and put it in there, and then taped it shut. Let's see if any other questions came in while I was out. I don't see anything. Let me see over here. I don't have tracking for your grips yet because I haven't sent them. I still ain't made them yet. The talking heads on Fox News say that Russia and China will take over the world if the U.S. doesn't build more data centers. That's not how it works. Can you just the tracking for ammo can for Ryan Salvage. Sometimes my mail goes, can you just the tracking for ammo? None of the, if you're talking about these ammo cans, none of them have been sent yet. I'm waiting to just give them all away and then go send them all out at once. I think that's it. We're done with has Sporting Systems got any of the new Smith & Wesson mountain guns in? Yes, they have those. I saw those there. I like Lake Sacagawea. Fun to say. I don't know what that is. All right, that looks like that's going to be it for today. Oh, excuse me. Someone sent me, did I get an email? I saw an email come in a few minutes ago. Did I answer that? Order update. What the fuck is that? Oh, that was from last year. Why am I looking at that? Why am I way down here? Get back up here. Stephen Sharp said, I guess all good shows come to an end. Thought we had a few more seasons. Get the memorabilia when you can. Where else are we going to get highbrow, informative content? Well, we'll go for as long as we can, but, we can only do what we can do. And people say, someone said that time, YouTube can't stop us. I'm like, oh, yeah, they can. Apparently, they obviously can. They can stop us anytime they want. We don't have any rights. So that becomes very apparent when they're stealing money from you and you try to do something about it. Even right now, I don't know what he's talking about. It's Caden. His symbol came in for his horse, for his grill today. Got that put on. His car looks like a right proper Mustang again. It's going to be the straightest S197 at the rod run this year. I guarantee you. There ain't one straighter. It couldn't be. There might be one fancier, more done up. But then even on those, the ones that are fancier and more done up, when you get up close to them, start looking, you see more, inaccuracies and how things don't line up perfectly. So I think that makes them worse than just nice and plain and straight. And I don't mean sexually straight. I mean quality-wise straight. AI can run on local servers where infrastructure is already in place without the need of 1,000 new data centers. Well, they can't do what they want to do with that. It's not even possible because they want to be able to be in control of all the data, and they want the data, the processing power to monitor all the cameras and everything else and drones. And so, let's see here. I think we are all caught up. Let me go over here and make sure we've got everything. I thought I saw an email. Where did it go? I thought I saw something, an email come in, but maybe I didn't. Maybe I didn't. Was this today? Yes. Yankee, I saw this online. It's Tim Curry saying, I don't fear death. I try to avoid it. I think we all do, but I suspect in the end I will welcome it. Yeah, I've seen that quote before. Tim Curry. Different feel. Okay, Yankee, I'll buy another couple of totes in black if you add this design. I've got a total of 4 now. The black bags look much cooler. That one would go on black. So I'll go over real quick right now and make them because we desperately need the sale. Catalog, tote bag. That's the one I've been using. Eco tote bag. Start designing. Let me find the fill design. Berry. 2. I got too many designs over here. I gotta pan through all of them to find the one I need. Oh, there it is right there. All hail filled. Boom. All right. Let's select variants and it will work on a black. Yep, it works on black. Say product. Let me go lower the price because they put the price very high. they make it like $32. I take it down to $24.99. All hail, Phil. All hail, Phil. Eco tote bag. Deity. Edit price. 24. Well, they got me making like $12 off of that thing if they price it. Boom, boom. Publish. Once it publishes, I'll put it up. It says publishing. Let me see if any questions came in while we're over here. The new season of Reacher features a lot of karambit fighting. Yeah, I can't even use knives, much less fight with one. If someone came at me and I pulled out a knife, what they should do is just stand back and let me kill myself, because it's what's going to happen. I'm not good with knives. You can do a voice chat on Discord. Well, it's like 100 people on my Discord account. That ain't gonna do us no good. The latest episode of, that's what people don't seem to understand. Well, just go to this server. Well, you mean the one that's got like almost no people who watch it, and you won't have any reach, and you won't ever be able to achieve anything or accomplish anything? They think that it's just, oh, that's just a platform for you to talk to me. No, it's a platform for someone to get information out to the masses. It's not like a private server. And YouTube is the only one that has that kind of ability. Publishing still. I also published his 2 fucking t-shirts that guy. He ain't got them yet either. The latest episode of Dark Side of the Ring features Zach Gowen, the one-legged wrestler. I remember him. Wasn't he that young guy? Kind of. And wasn't he like the wrong one-legged wrestler or something like that? I don't remember what happened. Publishing still. Let's publishing. Let me go to products and see if I can get it. See if it's showing up over here yet. Nope, not yet. Still publishing. I don't know what's taking so long. Well, I did that again. Don't want to rate you. Not giving you a positive rating. If it pops up again, we'll give it a 1. Let's see here. Any other emails, stuffs? Did you fully unwrap my package yet? I'm sorry you didn't enjoy playing with my package. What has anybody ever? If you're wondering what any of that crap is, you could always ask. I think I remember what most of the random crap is. I haven't gone through all the crap yet. I went through some of it, but I couldn't find my bolt cutter, so I had to use a cutter to get it open. Am I on the right email? Yes, I am. I'm on the right email. Published. Okay, there we go. Now let's see if it's over here now. Yes, so let's add it to what am I adding it to? Add to collections. Tote bags. There we go. Save. All right, it should be over there. Go tell me if it's over there. All right. See if it is there. Boom. All right. Okay, now we're back over. Zach Gowen was the right one-legged wrestler. Another one-legged guy was contracted by the WWE, contacted by WWE by mistake. Yeah, I think that was what's his face. Vince McMahon's pooping buddy. What's his fucking name? He's Road Warrior's brother, John Laurinaitis. All right, it's over there. So if you want it, go get it. Let's see. I think that's it for today. I think we're all caught up on questions and comments and emails. Remember, go get your entries if you want entered into the ammo can drawing or the knife drawing. No, we did not get enough to do a knife drawing today. I know someone's going to ask, so let me go check real quick. Why is it doing that? What is it not giving me my password? There we go. Should autofill that. Let's see real quick here. Cancel. You should start your own service like ShitTube for gun channels. Could you imagine Mac Hickok and such? Well, they wouldn't pay for yourself. They wouldn't, because they've already tried that. There's been a couple of different attempts at trying a gun-centric YouTube-like channel. They all fail for multiple reasons. For one, because they're usually bent towards making profit for the industry, and they only want shills on there. So they don't get a lot of people on there because they have to approve them. And the people watching it becomes real apparent to them real fast that they're just watching a commercial channel. So they stop watching. So they fail. Every one of them has failed. There's been 2 or 3 at least so far that have been attempted. And they always fail. Because there's just, gun people are fucking lazy as shit and cheap as shit. So if you've got to try to earn a living off the gun community, you ain't going to earn a living. Because they're cheap as fuck. You got to either, the only way you can make any money off of them is play to the lowest common denominator. Play to the racists, the disenfranchised, the angry. That's the only people that will part with their money because they're mad enough to give up some money. And you got to play to those preconceived fears and their hatred before you can actually get anything out of them. So unless you're willing to do that, you're not going to make any money on a gun-centric web server. It just isn't going to happen. It's not diverse enough, and it's got an audience that isn't going to support anything. Most of the gun community acts like if you say, hey, could you give us $2 a month so we can keep doing this? They act like you're doing something wrong. He says he bought 2 fills. Let's see if we got another order. If we got an order for some fill stuff. Yes, we just got an order for 2 tote bags. 2 tote bags. So that was good. That's our only order today. So let me go push it through. Push it through. Yeah. Boy, why did we not make any money off those? Did I price it wrong or something? Oh. I don't know what I did because we didn't make but like $4 off of 2 of them. And he paid for 2 of them. So I don't know, what did I do wrong here? What did I do wrong? Let me see. Let me look at the order. 2 items. $50 minus the 10%. That's more, I always forget to take the 10% off of the retail, not the production cost. So I took $250 off each one. I was only making 7, so that's about right. It's about right. So I should have let them price it at $32, but I want people to be able to afford to buy the shit. Let's see here. All right, that's it for us today. I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody for helping support the channel, those that do. Thank anybody that got entries into the drawings or anything. Support the channel financially. I appreciate it. I will see everybody again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe. Till I see you again, and go buy some merchandise. 10% off. Yankees Big 10.